scientific hypotheses, and only one of them is correct and many of them are not true. That's in every science of the world. Just like we have many historical hypotheses, thousands, but only one of them is correct and all of them else is false.
Yeah, but
that's how it works in every science of study. Do you understand?
A lot of people disagree with the science. They might say science is this, that, but if you look around everything we have right now, the jacket you're having, the microphone and the phone and everything based on science, Definitely there is so many things, hypotheses and theories that might not be wrong.
Yeah.
We have enough proven ones to build so much things around you.
Well, before you get into different hypotheses and theories, do you believe in God? Because what all of these religions have in common is that they believe in
one God, right?
in a supreme grounding of all reality. So they all agree on that. Okay? Do you believe in that?
I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out if there is any God, if there is, because if you're looking around the world, if there is God, why is allowing, for example, look at Africa or look at a lot of countries where people pray the most. For example, I believe in Africa, people are the most religious. No matter Christianity or Islam, they pray the most.
So if God exists, why does evil in the world exist?
It's not the evil. I'm saying people that believe the most in Africa, but for some reason they are struggling the most.
Yeah.
So why God is not, I don't know, helping them or making their prayers come true, but in the country of infidels like UK or America or whatever, people tend to live better. That's what I'm saying. Why God, let's say you believe God is testing everyone, right?
Yeah.
Why is God testing their own people with badness and testing infidels with goodness?
Okay. So first of all, what makes you assume that if God exists, then everybody must have a good life?
I mean,
is that the case?
I mean, definition of Quran, Allah is the most merciful,
I understand.
the kindest.
I understand.
But by the actions,
I understand.
I don't see that.
I understand. Countries and locations over the years change. 1,000 years ago, the Muslim world was living better than the Western world. Today, the Western world is more advanced than the Muslim world.
I feel like,
and it goes back and forth. 1,000 years ago, in the Middle Ages, Europeans were living in crap, right? And the Muslims were leading the sciences of the world. Today, it's the other way around. You understand? So that goes back and forth. The point is, how does that mean that God doesn't exist?
I mean, even the fact you are saying that back in the days, Muslim scientists used to lead the world, right?
Yeah.
It's not really true because Europeans started their evolution or whatever much.
Oh, sorry guys, can you move? We're going to get conflicts with the council.
Oh yeah.
I think I know you.
Sam, please.
You've seen who? Ali Dawa? Yeah, you've probably seen him. Yeah. So continue, yeah?
So, for example, all the scientists you are talking about, for example, Al-Khwarizmi or Ibn Sina.
Yeah? Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah, Ibn Sina and Khwarizmi, yeah?
And they all came from our land. We are from Uzbekistan, and this is like Persian. They were like Persian.
But they were Muslim.
I mean, they were Muslim, but it's not like they become scientists because of Islam,
Oh, they became scientists because of Islam.
But how can you say that?
Because before Islam, they weren't.
Before Islam, he wasn't born.
No, but I'm saying the people from these regions weren't leading in these sciences before Islam, were they?
Yeah, because we were still behind.
Okay, and how did you get ahead?
We didn't
when
get
Islam
ahead.
came.
Very few people started studying.
Why did Persia become a land of education? When did that happen? When Islam came.
I don't think so.
No, before Islam, Persia wasn't a land of education. It wasn't advancing in education.
Persia wasn't that big yet. There weren't much.
No, what do you mean Persia wasn't big? Yeah, there was. You had the Persian Empire that existed for thousands of years.
It's just you are connecting Arabic land. That is.
I didn't talk about Arabic. I talked about Islam.
I'm trying to get that. For example, Arabs live separately on their own.
Yeah.
Indians live separately on their own.
Yeah. That's not true. That's not true.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Central Asia lives on their own.
They never lived on their own.
They lived on their own.
All these regions were always interconnected. There was always trade between them.
Yes, but there was a language.
So why? No, there was no. There was always a lingua franca. There was always a language that the peoples understood. A common. For example, in the Roman Empire, the lingua franca was Greek.
In a Roman Empire,
you understand?
After they conquered, they would force you to culturally shift it.
No. They didn't force. No. That may have happened in some regions. The point is, okay, regions had autonomy to practice their own culture, speak their own language. The point is, why didn't Persians come up with leading sciences before Islam?
I mean, if you are getting that logic, right? Because it helped.
Did
because of Islam,
it only
right?
happened after
I mean,
Islam?
all right, let's accept
Yeah.
your logic. My logic is wrong. Your logic that Islam helped them. Why Islam does not help or did not help from then on?
It did.
Why did we left behind?
It's not behind.
I mean, Muslims,
who told you it's
look around the
behind?
world. How many Nobel prizes Muslims won, and how many technologies they created? Even the richest.
What is a Nobel Prize based on?
Nobel Prize based on you create something scientifically proven that helps humanity to solve some problem. For example, it's not that you are billionaire or
Muslims already did that.
something. Okay, like what
They flying, for God's sake, flying, hospital. The first university was opened by a Muslim woman.
But that was not university, but that was just a mosque where you learn Islamic stuff.
Yeah,
right?
that's what you call a university.
But
Well, a university is supposed to teach secular sciences.
I mean,
That's what a university is.
what
It's a place.
Where you
It's
get
a
education.
building where there is common education.
Yeah,
That's
but
what university
let's
is.
say those people went to the education, right?
Yeah.
What would they solve in the real world? Let's say I'm gonna go to the mosque.
They would learn all kinds of sciences. They would learn, for example, in Islamic Spain, they would learn philosophy. They would be trained in Aristotelian metaphysics. They would be trained in medicine. They would be trained in poetry. They would be trained in all kinds of sciences.
Yeah, but you're throwing all these buzzwords, but I don't see the results. You know, it can actually be true.
What do you mean you don't see the results, brother? Brother, pull out your phone. Where's your phone? Your phone is a result of Muslims.
I mean,
Because your phone is built on algorithms. Where do algorithms come from?
I mean, you are getting it wrong. Algorithm did not specifically came. Al-Khwarizmi created algebra.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually know what is algebra. Algebra is basically adding a sign. For example, people used to add, subtract, divide.
invented algebra.
I'm telling you, it's Al-Khwarizmi. This guy came from our land. I know.
No. Yeah, he came.
I mean, he was Muslim,
He
but there's no
can't-
correlation.
he can't- No, there is correlation.
University? What was the first university?
Well, we already spoke about it. So where are you from? Are you Afghan? Uzbekistan. Oh, okay. And you're an ex-Muslim or what are you?
Yeah, I used to be.
You're used to be okay. You haven't given me a reason as to why God doesn't exist or why you left
Okay,
Islam.
let's go back to the flows of the Quran, right?
Okay, go ahead.
I consider, maybe definitely you don't, right?
Yeah.
First of all, the story that starts with Adam and Eve.
Okay.
There is no way from two genes we can populate the whole world.
Yeah.
If you just marry your cousin, you will already have high probability that something gonna happen.
that's
But
a sin in
just,
Islam.
just, I mean, I know, but leave alone your own sibling that you share the same gene.
Culture, my friend.
It's not. I'm not talking about culture. I'm talking about the story of Adam and Eve.
Culture, and
Just
religion
hold
is
on.
two different things.
Just one second, brother. You said siblings. Sorry. What were you saying about that?
Where do humans came from?
They come from Adam.
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
But it is not really true because we cannot populate 7 billion people that
Says
has
who?
so many. Since science.
How do you know that?
Why,
You
what,
can
what,
just
what,
try to
what,
multiply
just
with
what,
your
what,
sibling. What
just
goes
one second.
wrong?
What science says that you can't populate human beings?
I mean,
from
we
humans?
can test it, right? It's not just a theory.
Just,
Try
just
to multiply. with
okay.
your
Let's try to multiply.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a
How did
disease.
okay? How do you think humans came to be?
I mean, we have evolution theory that.
If you
describes
trace
the-
back your family tree as far back as you could go, will it decrease or increase?
it's gonna decrease.
Decrease. And
But
it's
it's
gonna
not gonna
go.
go back to
It's gonna go
normal.
back to how many?
It can be bunch.
How many?
You said decrease.
It's gonna decrease, but it's not gonna
Okay,
go back
okay.
to
Just
one.
one sec. How? No. Is it gonna go back to two? A man and a woman.
And now it's not gonna go back to men and a women.
Oh, yeah? So what are they gonna
it's not
plant?
Men and women came from life. It came.
No, I
life.
understand. I'm
Life
saying
is different forms.
if you trace back lineage, family tree,
Yeah.
it's gonna decrease,
Yeah. I mean,
and it's gonna end up at how many people?
Eventually.
it can go back to maybe like bunch, like 1,000 or 100 or maybe 2. But that's the thing. We are tracking it as a
just wait,
human.
a thousand.
Yeah.
Keep going from the 1,000.
I mean, look,
Just keep going from the 1,000.
you're asking the wrong question.
No, I'm not. Keep going from the 1,000. You get to how many?
I mean, that's the thing.
You get to two, right?
You're applying a different logic to a different logic.
What different logic, brother?
Humans didn't come. Life came first. So by meaning of life, grass is a life, shrimp is a life.
I'm talking about humans, brother. I'm talking about humans.
I mean, humans didn't come as a human. We evolved over the.
You evolved. What were we before?
I mean, we were some sort of animal.
We were not even
earliest, if you're talking about this,
not even Darwinian evolution says that.
I mean,
It's that Darwinian evolution
Yeah, it
says
says we came
we
from
have
cell.
we have a common ancestor.
It was a chimp.
We didn't. Yeah, we have common ancestors, but We weren't chimps and we transformed
weren't
into him.
chimps.
Do you get
Chimps
it?
and
I
us
understand.
came from the same thing.
That's fine. So now, if humanity goes back far enough, it'll go back to two, a man and a woman.
But nah,
That's
that's
it.
the thing you're getting it wrong.
You have to give it an
We
alternative.
are going back to
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
We don't go back to human. We go back to life. Everything is
Okay.
Look.
Brother, within humanity, would we go back to man and woman?
No, we will not. We're gonna go
How
back
do
to
you know
groups.
that?
We evolved
So
in groups.
we're not
For
gonna
example,
go back to woman,
yeah,
man and
I'm
woman?
gonna give you. All
Okay.
people came from Africa, right? All
That-
people came from Africa. So by that logic, all of us supposed to be black. But why, if you go to Uzbekistan, not just one person is white?
Well,
We all group.
Yeah,
white.
who said we reject evolution?
I mean, I'm explaining you how the life works.
No, I understand, but you're just explaining microevolution. We accept that.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
if you
over-
accept
over-
microevolution,
over-
how are you
over-
accepting
over-
Adam and Eve story though?
They don't contradict.
How does there's no contradiction?
There is.
No, there
We
isn't.
didn't came from Adam and Eve.
We-
Adam and
we
Eve,
came
there
from
is
Adam
two-
and Eve.
It means two humans.
Yeah.
And that is not fact.
What's
What's the evidence for that?
The argument is that we didn't come from two people or there.
How do you know that?
I mean, there's proofs.
What's the
We
proof?
cannot specifically come from two gene variations.
What's the
Say
proof?
there's proof,
7
brother.
billion.
We can't say there's proof and not give evidence.
Try to populate 10 people with you and your sibling.
Just because I'm not able to demonstrate it doesn't mean it can't be the case.
I mean, you can't literally, after third generation, your child will
Okay,
be so
so what is
disabled.
your evidence for that? Because to say that it can't be the case, it means that there must be evidence that can't be the case.
Yes, there is evidence to it.
Show me.
There is so many people that married their cousin, not even siblings, their
Okay.
cousin, and the chance of you getting disabled child skyrockets.
No, it doesn't.
That's not even
It
true,
doesn't.
by the way.
It's
The,
very
cha- the
true.
chance,
It's
the,
very,
cha-
very
the
true.
chance, the chance of a birth deformity of marrying your cousin is only 6%. The chance of a deformity of marrying a random person is 3%.
That's not true. You are talking about.
Look,
some-
can you search it up?
I mean, I don't have the internet.
Pull
but
up,
we can search
pull
it
up,
out.
pull up here. I'll show you.
Maybe you can search it.
Look, and it's sometimes less, but I'm giving them high. Look here. What is the chance? Here, just look.
Yeah, but this is a cousin. Now do it with the sibling and
One sec.
see the statistics.
One sec. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Statistically, it's not that high.
No, I mean with the cousin, but do it with your
Here,
sibling.
here.
2 to 3% risk and 5 to 6. Okay, cousin.
Is that what
Now-
I said?
It's cousin. Okay, you're
Is
right.
that what I said?
Now try
But
it
you
with the
said I was
sibling.
wrong.
I'm sorry.
You said
And
it's
now
not
do it
wrong.
with the-
All right.
Like
Yeah.
25%.
I mean now, I'm talking about sibling. Do it with your sibling. It's gonna be much more.
Okay, first of all,
Okay,
you have to
that's-
understand that
that's
the
fine.
Adam and Eve story is obviously it's a metaphysical claim that God created.
So is
Adam.
that true?
No, I'm saying that you can't prove it to be wrong.
I mean, we can
Because it's a
just
metaphysical
check
claim. But
sibling.
science doesn't deal with the
We have,
metaphysical.
for example, we had a dog breeds that they specifically took 1-2 dogs and tried to breed. After third generation, that dog was so disabled it could not feed itself. It could not move around. It was a retard. So
We-
this
we
is
showed you the
scientifically
evidence, bro.
proven that two genes cannot. No, this is
We
a
showed you
cousin.
evidence.
You're showing a
But
cousin.
a second ago you said that even cousin entails issues.
I mean, it is also increasing by 6%.
Okay, so don't marry anybody then, because there's a chance of you having disabled kids.
That is disabled every time when your DNA mix.
So don't get married,
They
bro.
don't No, you don't
Don't get
understand. I mean, definitely there is a probability of gene variation always. Even every time when your cell dies and copies itself, it makes small mistakes. But you keep increasing every time when you multiply with somebody that specifically shares closer gene. But with, for example, a cousin, there is multiple people are involved with that. Different, for example, the dad side or the mom side. But if you do it specifically with your own sister, the gene, what do you call that? Similarity is too much. I mean, you can check the
Yeah, but
probability.
you don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that the claim of Adam and Eve coming into existence
It's a metaphysical
It's a
claim.
metaphysical claim to begin with. Meaning that science doesn't undercut it. Science doesn't prove it wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying?
How?
Okay, because science only deals with the physical, with the empirical evidence that we have.
Yeah.
The claim that Adam existed, or the claim that Eve existed, is not something we verify empirically. We verify through revelation. It's a metaphysical claim.
So
That means that the argument that you present against our position doesn't stand.
He's saying we have independent justification to believe in the Quran, and because we have independent justification to believe in the Quran, and the Quran says that the origin of humanity is from Adam and Eve, therefore the origin of humanity is Adam and Eve. Do you understand?
That's what I'm saying. So you don't test it, but you just believe it.
No.
Yeah.
You know, listen. We have independent justification to believe in the Quran, meaning there are independent reasons to think the Quran is true. Therefore, after establishing the Quran is true, whatever the content of the Quran becomes true.
Follows.
It follows. You understand?
Yeah.
But by the way, all of that has nothing to do with the existence of God, which is how we started this conversation.
No, it's not about the existence of God. It's about your claim that Quran
Just wait.
is the
Before
final book.
Quran, do you believe in God?
I mean, that's a hard question. There is no enough proof to understand there is God.
Is it
exists.
more reasonable to believe in a God or more reasonable to not believe in a God?
I mean, there is enough reason for both. If you take everything for every probability, and for example,
Okay.
something can fall
Can
from
you
here.
can you demonstrate that both are just as reasonable?
For example, we can just look,
Yeah.
something can fall from here, or
Yeah.
something can fall from here. There's a probability of something happening,
I
and
know,
something will
but
happen eventually.
you said
So-
both are as reasonable. Can you demonstrate that?
And that's what I'm saying. If, for example, there is
You give
any-
an example doesn't mean that it
I'm,
must apply to
I'm
God.
trying to give you an example. So there's a probability of anything happening, right? Something can fall from here or from here,
Yeah.
and there's a probability somebody can be under it.
Yeah.
And so if something falls on you, there's a probability somebody is, and it can be you. So
you're
if
not,
it happens,
you're not
you
listening.
can put it on God.
You're not listening. I'm saying,
So you might believe in God, then you
I'm
don't.
saying, can you demonstrate that believing in a God is just as reasonable as not believing in a God?
I mean,
They both have the same probability.
they don't.
Okay,
Science,
so one is more reasonable than the other.
yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
which one is
For-
more?
That's what I said.
Which
For
one
me,
is more reasonable?
No, God doesn't exist.
No God. Can you demonstrate that?
For example, we always, as a human, thought God exists, right? Back in those days when we were much more primitive, and early days when we had less knowledge about the world, we believed sun or star is the God. And then when we learned that it's just a sun, it's just a fire, and then we said,
Yeah.
okay, something better came
Yeah.
up. So there is 3,000.
But that doesn't
religions.
answer the question.
Yeah.
Why is it more reasonable to not believe in a God than to believe in a God?
I mean, it's your personal choice if you believe in.
So it's not more reasonable.
There is more.
It's
I
more
can explain
reasonable.
it to you because you are
So
biased.
tell me, no. From your perspective, why is it more reasonable?
Look at the universe.
I'm looking.
The universe is so big, so vast,
Yes.
billions of trillions of stars,
Yeah.
billions of trillions of suns and planets and
Yes.
everything. Why would God create just one Earth, tiniest Earth?
Who told you you created
of galaxies?
Who told you you created one Earth? That's number one. Number two.
I'm not saying one Earth.
Number
I'm saying
number two.
created Earth and put people here and
Number
just
two.
testing the-
Number two. That doesn't tell me why it's not reasonable.
I mean, it's not reasonable. Why would God create trillions of galaxies?
You're
and
just
billions
saying why would God do this? You're not telling me why it's not why it's unreasonable for him to do it.
I mean, exactly. If something is unreasonable, then it must not.
I'm
be
asking you
wrong.
why it's unreasonable.
I'm telling you, why would God create trillions of galaxies, trillions of...
He just chose to. Why is that unreasonable?
I mean, I don't think so. It just doesn't make sense.
Why is it unreasonable? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why it's more reasonable to believe in a God. Are you ready to hear?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, cool. There's something called a rule of prevalence.
Yeah.
Let me explain what that means. Okay, meaning that there are principles that we recognize by intuition, by our observance day to day. Like what? Okay, we assume that everything is normal unless there's good reason to think it's not.
Yeah,
If you see a bird
yeah,
on a branch,
yeah.
you assume the bird can fly unless you have reason to think the bird is hurt and it can't fly. Yes? But you don't think that it can't fly unless you have evidence
Yeah.
to see that it can't fly.
Yeah.
The default assumption is what?
Full assumption for what?
When you see a bird,
Yeah.
the default assumption is it can fly.
It can fly, yeah.
It can fly. And you don't think, oh, maybe this bird can't fly. You think it flies
Yeah.
unless you see a reason that will cause you to think it can't fly.
Yeah, because you saw enough birds that flied first.
Exactly.
If you saw a bird for the first time, you wouldn't just think, oh, bird flies.
Exactly. Good. So everything is normal
Yeah?
unless proven otherwise. Yes?
No, it doesn't work that
No,
way.
you just said that.
I
You said,
literally said that. If you didn't
Okay.
see bird at all before, you wouldn't say
but
this bird flies
then you
until
don't know
it's
what the
wrong.
norm is.
No, I'm saying you.
I'm
you are
saying everything is normal.
everything is
Normal
That's the thing.
assumes
By
that
normal means
I
that
know
you have experienced that you saw birds fly.
exactly. So then we assume everything is normal
Yep.
unless proven otherwise. Yes?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Another example. If you see a car on the side of the road,
Yeah.
you assume there's an explanation unless there's reason to say that it just popped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Is that fair? So is it normal that things have an explanation?
Yeah. Of course. Things have existed.
Unless there's good reason to think there is no explanation.
Yeah.
Does the universe exist?
Universe exists. Yeah.
Does it have an explanation?
I mean, we are still figuring
No,
out.
you said it's normal. We assume the norm unless otherwise, right?
Yeah.
So the universe has an explanation?
I mean, we are trying to find that
No,
explanation.
no,
We don't
no,
have it yet.
no. When you look at a bird, you don't say, I don't know if it can fly. You assume it can fly unless there's reason
We are
otherwise.
telling you there is explanation for
Okay.
it, but we are trying to get there. We
Okay,
haven't got
so the
there.
universe has an explanation.
I mean, it's supposed to be, yeah.
No, not supposed to. It has one.
I mean, nobody knows that yet.
Nobody knows the bird can fly.
That's the thing.
Nobody
You're
knows.
comparing two things. Bird
I'm not.
can fly. I mean,
I'm not
listen,
comparing
right?
it.
Let me tell you.
It's the same
I'm gonna bring
thing.
One new
Same
creature.
bacteria.
No. You're comparing. I'm gonna bring you one creature. You have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Will you guess it flies or no?
No.
But you saw
No.
thousands of
Remember.
birds flying.
No.
You have
Right,
information now.
and remember, the information we have is that everything is explainable unless proven otherwise.
Exactly, yeah.
Do we have enough information on that?
Yeah.
Does the universe exist?
Yeah, we
So
have
it's
it.
explainable unless there's reason otherwise.
Yeah.
So there's an explanation in the universe.
So does your religion explain that?
Just wait, we'll get there. The universe has an explanation?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Is the explanation of the universe contrastive or non-contrastive? Meaning, I'll tell you what that means. There's two kinds of explanations. Why X instead of Y,
Yeah, exactly.
and why X period.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay? Why did the sun rise instead of not?
Yeah.
Why do humans grow kneecaps instead of tails?
Yeah.
Why is the camera here
Yeah.
and not there?
Exactly.
Why X instead of Y? Cool? Non-contrastive is just why X.
Yeah, you don't-
Why did the sun rise? Why is the camera there?
Yeah.
Okay? No instead of why. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Cool. Which explanation, which kind of explanation has more explanatory power? Explains more.
Definitely science.
No. Between contrastive and non-contrastive. Why X instead of Y or why X only?
I mean, why X?
Instead of Y.
Instead of Y, yeah.
That has more explanatory power.
yeah.
Okay? It explains more data. Okay. According to our intuition, is it more reasonable to accept explanations that explain more or explain less? Explain more. Okay, good. So the universe is explainable. The explanation is either contrastive, why X instead of Y, so why universe this way instead of another way. Why universe exists instead of not exist. Instead of accepting why universe exists, period. Okay? The first one is more explanatory power, yes? Okay, cool. In order for the universe to have a contrastive explanation, why X instead of Y, that explanation must exist in the realm of X and in the realm of Y. Yes? So it must be necessary.
I mean,
It must explain the universe in every possible world. Right? That's what we call God. So you just admitted God exists.
how did I? You didn't.
You just admitted God
I was
exists.
just listening to you. You didn't let me speak.
Okay,
A lot
go
of
ahead,
things You
speak.
said wrong.
All right, what's wrong? Huh?
So basically, what you're saying is that the answer to the universe is God, right? Look, we don't know exactly why universe exists.
No, we know. You just admitted it.
Is God?
Yes?
I don't think so.
Because remember, we're trying to find out which is more reasonable.
I mean, how is
And
that
you-
reasonable? One
Because
God,
I'll tell
imagine somebody
I'll
just
tell you.
decided, let me just
I'll,
create
I'll,
billions
I
of
will
people
I
and
will
test
tell
them out.
I will tell you
Doesn't
how.
make sense.
Because
Why
you
would you
just
test it?
because you just told me. We assume by norm and prevalence as a principle.
No, you are just saying if it's X, then
No.
Y, then Y, then Y. But this is
You're not listening.
random correlation.
You just said everything is normal unless it's not. Yes?
If you have enough information about it,
Yeah.
something is normal if you know it.
And you,
but we don't
no,
know
no.
the God. It's not
yes.
normal. God is not
the,
normal.
The enough information we have is that everything that exists, the norm is that it's explainable.
I mean, yes.
Right?
Explain everything.
Okay, the universe exists,
Yes.
so it's explainable.
I mean, we are trying to explain it. Yes.
No. Is there an explanation for the universe?
I mean, right now, there is.
There's not right
there
now.
is.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's an explanation for the universe.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that explanation contrastive or non-contrastive?
It's contrastive. We can't compare.
Instead, why universe instead of not universe? Who explains that?
I mean, look, what you're doing.
Just
is,
wait, just wait.
Look,
Who
what you're-
explains?
I'm telling you. Look,
What is
listen,
the
if
explanation?
you listen, I'm going to explain what you're
Yeah.
what you're doing. Let's say we are in the caveman era. We believe sun is God, moon is God.
That doesn't matter
star is
to me.
God. Listen,
That
listen.
has nothing to do with
We're
me.
going to get there. I'm
Yeah.
trying to give you a different analogy.
Yeah.
Imagine everybody in the village believes that is a God.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come back to you and say that is not a God. And you tell me it's a God, we need to believe it. If
Okay.
we believed that back in the days, if we didn't have few more interesting people that was interested to understand actually, no, that's not the truth. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
If we didn't have those people that have interest, we would have been stuck to that caveman era. But unfortunately, few people went out.
So now you're
played
in
with the fire,
so,
played with the sun,
so,
figured
so
out,
you are,
and then we improved
listen,
our religion.
you are in the caveman era now. I'm the interesting person who's telling you. You understand? You're now in the caveman era.
You are the caveman person that believes in the religion.
You're
I'm the
caveman.
interested
You're a
person.
caveman. I'm the interesting person because I am telling you, and I made you admit that believing in God is more reasonable. You have no answer.
It is not believable.
Okay, so is it norm that everything is explainable or not? Is that the norm?
Everything is explainable, right? But your
Is that
your
that's the
answer
norm?
is
Is that the norm?
Yes.
Okay, so we assume the norm unless we have good reason otherwise. Yes?
I mean, you are.
Please answer.
You keep saying the
Please,
same
please
thing,
answer.
but you are not hearing
Do
me.
we assume everything has an explanation unless
Yes.
there's reason? The universe has an explanation then.
Universe does have explanation.
Okay, beautiful.
Science actually
So
explain that.
there's no. When you say science explains that, what does that mean?
It means that they are telling you we came from Big Bang.
No. Science, all it explains is the observable world. It gives you information about the observable world.
I mean, why do
It
you
doesn't
mean
tell.
observable universe
It doesn't.
from the Big
It doesn't explain to you how the observable world or what explains the observable world.
Now that's the point. Right now we don't have the answer. 200 years
Okay.
ago, we didn't have
I'm
an
gonna
answer apart
just
from the
now.
earth.
Now listen.
We're shifting
Now,
back.
now pay attention. We have reached one point now.
Yeah.
Is the universe explicable?
I mean, as of right now, we have a theory.
There's no such thing as of right now. You said everything is normal unless there's reason to think otherwise. So the universe exists. The norm is that everything that exists has an explanation. The universe exists, therefore it has an explanation.
Yes.
Right?
But the fact that we don't have a concrete explanation doesn't make your religion true.
Just wait. I didn't say we don't have a
You keep saying
concrete.
the same
I
thing. I
said
don't
we
understand
have
the
one
logic behind it.
because you're not actually going to the
right?
entailment.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yeah.
The norm
Yeah.
is that everything that exists has an explanation.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
The universe exists.
Yes.
Yes or no? Therefore, the universe has an explanation.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Beautiful. The explanation of the universe
Yes.
is either contrastive or non-contrastive.
Yes.
Which one is it?
You are still asking the same question I answered.
So tell me
10
which one is
times. It is contrastive. Yes.
So there's something out there
Yes.
that explains why the universe is this way instead of another way.
There is not one person or one creator.
It didn't say
there,
person.
Or one God.
Didn't say
Nah,
person.
We don't have that.
Didn't say person.
No, we don't have
I
that.
said there's something that explains why universe like this and not like this.
If you're talking about if there is something that knows everything, that's what you're talking about.
I didn't say no's, I didn't say nothing. There's an explanation that explains why universe is this way and not another
If
way.
that's what you're asking. No, there is no book or guidance.
Okay,
or something.
so the universe has no explanation?
No.
What's the evidence for that?
I mean, what's the evidence for that?
Because we already agreed that the norm is that things that exist have an
why-
explanation
why are you-
unless
why are
there's
you
reason
Why are
otherwise.
you taking your religion as a norm? Why is it? A
I didn't
norm?
talk about my, I didn't talk about my religion yet.
I don't understand.
I didn't talk
What is
about
he
my
talking
religion. Remember, you agreed everything is normal unless it's not. Yes?
Yeah.
Is it normal that things that exist have an explanation?
I don't still understand what he's trying to say.
Now he doesn't understand
He's
anymore.
giving you the.
He doesn't
the belief,
understand anymore.
But you're not accepting the entailment of what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the belief is that everything that exists has an explanation.
Yeah.
And give you the contrastive reason to why the universe would have a explanation rather than not.
Yeah.
But you're not accepting that. So you're going all the steps except the last step.
You already said it's the norm.
Yeah.
If something exists, something explains it.
Who said
Unless
that? Who said that? Something explains it. Are you
okay.
I don't-
Okay, so
I'm trying to,
okay, cool.
Wait,
So
look, are you asking? There is something that knows answer to everything.
No,
That's what you're asking. What?
no.
What are you saying?
If there's a car on the side of the road, right in the middle, do you assume it has an explanation? So there's a reason. There's a reason.
parked it there,
There's why do you assume that?
Because these are literally cars
Swear.
somebody drives. But
Okay,
but
okay,
the
okay,
sun
okay,
is not
okay.
Something somebody
Okay,
moves
cool.
around.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So when things exist, you assume they are explicable. That's the assumption, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need to prove it.
Yeah.
That's what you assume already.
Because I have enough information that car does not move on its
Right.
own.
Exactly. Okay, good. And you have enough information that everything that exists does not move on its own.
It does move.
On its
In
own?
the universe, nothing stays
What's that?
still.
On its
In the
own?
universe,
On
everything
its
moves.
on its own?
Yes, in the universe,
Give me
nothing
one.
stays still.
Give me an example of a thing that moves on its own.
I'm telling you, in the universe, nothing.
Just wait.
stays
Just wait.
still.
Just one sec. Give me an example of something that has no explanation.
I mean, we don't have the explanation. For example, what was before Big Bang?
Okay, sir. That's begging the question because that's the very thing we're arguing about.
Yeah,
I'm saying there is an explanation.
Yeah.
So now you're circular arguments.
Yeah.
You understand? You're assuming your conclusion to support your conclusion.
I still don't understand what it has to do with the religion.
So give.
of Islam.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
Give an example of something that has no explanation.
I'm telling you, before Big Bang, what's
You don't
the
even know that
explanation?
exists.
He's begging the question
That
again.
which exists now
Yeah.
that has no
Yeah.
explanation.
So can you give an example
Yeah.
of something that has no explanation? There's nothing.
I mean,
There's nothing
anything
that you
I'm
can
saying,
think of.
you are making me
Okay.
feel like I'm answering always the wrong answer. I don't know where
Because you are wrong.
get me there and I
There's-
say it.
Okay, so cool. The point I'm trying to establish is
Yeah.
if something exists,
Yeah.
the norm,
Yeah.
the default
Yeah.
is that it has an explanation.
Yes.
Does the universe exist?
Exactly.
Therefore has an explanation.
Exactly. Because
Okay.
listen,
So now-
because we
so
are
now-
living in the because we
So
are
you said the universe is not explainable.
we are living on Earth. Your experience is purely about living on Earth. You know, water. Oh, this because I've seen it before. Oh, car, it moves this way. Oh, bird moves this way. Your
Yeah.
everything explainable and every data you have in your brain, you
That's-
observed on Earth.
and-
when you
and-
live to
and
the
that- and that's
universe,
all-
things change.
That's
you
all.
Don't have zero
right,
experience. You
that's
can't tell
all,
this is normal,
and
it's
that's
not.
all we could work off of. Data.
We can't.
Data. So we don't work with data now.
Yes, but your data
Okay,
on Earth is
beautiful.
wrong. You
So
can't
so
compare.
so
There
the
is-
data on Earth is wrong.
Yes.
What's the argument for
You're
that?
talking about. You're comparing the universe objects with the car somebody parked. Definitely because
Is it a different realm?
yes, it's a
It's
different
a
realm.
different
Cars
reality. It's not real.
is real, but
It's real. Okay,
you
cool.
don't apply the
All right,
same
cool.
logic
So
to different
so
places.
no. Who said that?
I mean, because it doesn't work that way. You're
Who said?
talking
Who
for-
said? Said who?
I'm prove it.
Says who?
You are saying
Says who?
if you see a bird, it flies.
Yeah.
You consider if it flies. If you see a bird, you consider it flies.
Yeah.
How do you consider if you have never seen a bird before? Because you think thousands of times.
Then I
when it flies, you expect out of look.
then I can't
But you
then I
have
can't
zero information
then I
about the
can't
universe.
then about flying then I can't come to a conclusion on that about flying. But if everything that exists
Yes.
has an explanation,
Yes.
and therefore I assume
Yeah.
the default is that it has an explanation.
Yeah.
If the universe exists,
Yeah.
based on the data, the universe has an explanation. You get it?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
Now the universe is either contrastively explained.
Yeah.
There's something that explains why the universe is X instead of Y.
Yeah.
Why a universe like this, not
Yeah.
like that.
We're talking about the logic behind
Okay?
it. Yeah.
Or there's something that just explains why the universe is without Y.
yeah.
X without Y.
Why? Yeah.
You've cool with me so far?
Yeah.
There's a difference between why did the sun rise today and why did the sun rise instead of not rising.
Yeah. Yeah. We have reason.
One offers more explanation
Okay.
than the
Okay. Yeah.
first one. You understand? So, as humans, as when we're outweighing two alternatives, do we accept an explanation that has more explanatory power?
Okay.
That explains more data?
Okay.
Yes?
That gives more data. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the default.
What if the
Okay.
data is corrupted?
What data is corrupted,
what
my
if
brother?
the data is,
Take the best explanation, not the.
for example, I'm
We
give
take-
you.
my brother,
you
this is-
for
this is
example,
called- this-
everything is normal, right?
Yeah.
Because of your
Not
past experience.
everything is
Let's go back
normal.
to-
No, not everything.
No,
Understand?
I'm saying from your
No,
experience.
no,
you know
no,
what's
just listen.
normal, what's not, right?
This is a principle called the IBE.
Yeah.
Inference to the best possible explanation.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
We assume things are, this is called McCarthy's circumscription.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the principle. We assume things are default
Yeah.
unless we have reason to think
Yeah.
otherwise.
But if
You get it?
If we blindly believe in your explanation, we're not gonna get anywhere.
I didn't blindly believe anything. I'm telling you why my explanation is more reasonable than yours.
I mean, it is definitely not. For example, in Quran,
You're just, you're just saying that, but you're not. You're just saying that, but you're not actually offering
yes.
any alternative.
Are you an atheist?
yes.
He's an ex-Muslim from Uzbekistan.
Okay, simple question. Is
Yeah.
the universe dependent or independent?
Universe is independent.
Okay, good, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Listen to what you said, yeah? Don't go back on your word.
I mean, I know you're setting me up with the questions, but
I'm not, let me just make something clear. I'm not here to sound smarter than you.
sure,
I'm not here for that, bro.
I get
Genuinely, I'm not here to
it.
play games and I'm smarter than you.
get it.
You're probably more intelligent than me. So I'm not here to do that, please. I'm not setting you up for nothing. The truth is the truth.
Yeah.
I prefer the truth comes from your mouth.
Yeah.
You say the universe is independent. Good. If I prove it's not independent and it is dependent, the question I will ask is,
They're
what is
calling
it
right now.
dependent?
Why, you gotta go?
So now, tell me why the
Jump out
universe
the
is
car,
independent.
No, no, just so can just let me know how long he's got left.
Nothing
Okay.
controlling the
I already told the guy.
Call him right now.
Okay, so what is your definition of
Yo.
independency?
Independency is when you're dependent on
Same
someone.
spot.
For example, somebody can control you.
Same
Somebody
exact
can-
spot.
Okay, good.
Somebody has power over you. Somebody can manipulate you. But universe just
Okay, my definition
parking
of
come.
independency is something that is self-sufficient.
Yeah.
That
Park-
is not composed
Actually, you know
of
what? Just
pieces.
wait
Can be any
5-10
other
minutes. I'll be there. All right.
That's
send
my
me your
definition
location.
Of
Alright.
something that's independent. Something that's
Yo, we'll go in like
dependent
5-10. Huh?
is something that can be any other way.
Oh, you need to go.
Catch up on
All
some
right.
future.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it.
Why is
All right.
something else
So
existent? Good. You said the universe is independent. Good. Is the universe composed of pieces?
I mean, you don't get the what's universe. The universe is not the stars that is composed. The universe is everything that is like basically a room. It's not a table that these pieces.
Good. Is the universe composed of pieces?
Universe is not composed of pieces.
Doesn't the
Universe
part
is
come
basically
before the whole?
space.
Doesn't the part come before the whole?
What is it?
Doesn't the part come before the whole? Look, it's the parts that make the whole.
Yeah.
Okay. The universe, does it have galaxies in it?
That's the thing. You are trying to understand the universe by the objects you have seen before. But you can imagine what's, for example, you have seen water before. You can understand how water behaves, but you have not seen the universe. That's why you're covering with a pot.
I'm just asking a simple question.
Yeah, it's not a pot.
Is the universe composed of pieces?
No?
Okay, good. Galaxies. Does it have galaxies?
Yeah, we do have
Good.
galaxies.
So a galaxy is a part of the universe.
Yeah.
So you said it does not compose of
It's
pieces.
not part of universe. Galaxies
So
inside
it's-
the universe.
Good. So that's what makes the universe.
I mean, universe can be without a galaxy. Universe is universe.
I know.
Galaxies one day galaxies run out of energy
But I'm
and it's
saying,
gonna disappear.
is the galaxy a part of the universe?
I mean, it's inside the universe.
Good. Is it a part of the universe?
No, part makes it. If we remove it, universe should not be a universe. It should disappear too.
that's
But
not
it's
what a part is. A part is something lesser than the whole.
Yes.
Part is something.
No. A part is something lesser than the whole.
What is
That's
it? It's your heart, hand, right?
It's lesser than the whole.
The less in the whole.
I mean, lesser
If-
than
if
the
you
whole,
take away my hand, I'm
it
still
makes you
me.
full, right?
No.
It makes you
If
whole,
if you
right?
take if
It makes you whole, right?
So it's lesser than the
But
whole.
Galaxy doesn't make the universe
No,
whole.
you're right. That's my argument. It can be any other way. Can the universe still be a universe with one less galaxy?
You're going? Oh, salam alaikum. Salam alaikum.
Zero galaxy.
Thank you for